Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more Warframes Online. Now, today I just want to sort of just do a bit of a catch-up really on two things. One, on the clan and how we're doing, and secondly, just basically just to give you a bit of an insight of what's to come in Warframes over the next sort of 2 to 3 weeks and what's going to be updated. So first of all, thanks for everyone who's joined up to the clan. It's very kind of you, and also thanks to everyone who's also donated towards pieces inside the dojo as well. Now, one of the things I would say is I'm getting a lot of requests, or people. I've asked people, if you want to join the clan, send me a friend's request and I'll invite you. And it seems to be pretty much 80% of the people sending me friends requests are already in a clan. And it's quite a lengthy process for me to try and contact them, because I can only contact the people when they're online. So I've got people hanging in pending. So I had about 200 people, so I had to delete all the pendings, guys. So if you didn't get an invite, it's because you're already in a clan. What you need to do is go to your contacts up here, go to clan, and you probably have a pending invite. Now we've got around about 60 of us so far, including these guys here. So we're getting there. It's growing very fast. We've pretty much gained about 40 people this week. So it's as I say, it's growing very, very fast. But as I say, I mean, I'm putting no limit on it. The more the merrier. Everyone's welcome to join. No matter if you're rank 1 or, you know, you've got some rank 30 polarized frames, you're still welcome either way. Now, also, we have a TeamSpeak channel. Once you join, I'll give you the TeamSpeak channel. You can join that as well. And there's always some guys in there, so you can go and talk to them. If you want to if you're thinking about building a new weapon or anything like that, it's always best to ask the clan guys. They're all nice guys, and they can give you a bit of heads up, because no doubt we've pretty much, between us, we've got all the weapons. So we can give you an insight. Is it worth building? Is it worth using your resource to build that weapon? So the next thing we want to take a quick look at actually is the dojo. Now it's been painstakingly slow, and this is for the very reason is initially when the dojo was actually launched, the resource required to build things was very, very high. Now Warframes has changed this a few times now to balance it based on clan members. As I say, it's been balanced on clan members now. So I think the first cap was 30 and the next one's 100. So far we've obviously got our main hall. We've built this T-piece. We had to build this power plant, which we now have, which now gives us the power to continue our build. Now, you know, I want to do it properly. There's no point me putting a biolab here, because then you've got a power plant and a biolab, and there's 3 biolabs, so it's just pointless. So I'm thinking power plant, T-piece. So that's sort of done. And then, if we're going to do it, guys, it's going to take a bit longer, but we might as well do it properly. So what I'm doing now is I'm building this here. And once this is done, I'll then build a biolab to the left and right of this side. So we have biolabs and all them sort of labs this side. And then down this side we have the power plant. And I'll probably build something maybe like a sparring room down the other end as well. That's the sort of general idea of what I sort of plan to do. So I've just literally started building this today, so as I say, the video is probably going to go out tomorrow or the next day, time I've rendered it out, so it might be a little bit further built. I'm sure it'll be about 30-40% done, so it should be pretty quick. Now, I've noticed the resource needed is lower than it was before, so hopefully we'll get it done a little bit quicker than we did last time. We've just got to get it out of the way, guys. I'm not rushing in and just building. I mean, I could just go in straight away now and build a biolab. Right off the side of this, but it's just no point, because I'll just regret it further down the line once the structure's, you know, we've got a bit of structure in place. So I'm doing the right thing, but unfortunately, you know, we might as well just get the worst of it out of the way. Now, I might as well stand here while I tell you the rest. Actually, there's some more updates going to be happening to actually Warframes over the next sort of, they're saying around about 2 to 3 weeks. Now, they've done a couple of Q&A sessions and also live streams, and what I've done is I've picked the best information out from the live stream, and I'll tell you basically what to expect. Now, basically all the Warframes are going to have an overhaul. Some of them have already been done. The ones they're actually working on at the moment is Rhino. Then they're going to be working on Vault. This could also include nerfing. Let's just hope they don't nerf Vault's electricity move. I'll be very disappointed. But they're going to be overhauling his skin. And also what they're going to be doing as well, they're going to be releasing new helms for all frames. So that should be coming out in the next sort of 2 weeks. Now they're working on Rhino and Vault's helms at the moment. I've seen pictures of 95% of the helms and they look pretty good. Actually, I think Vault's one's definitely an improvement, so I look forward to that. Now, what we can expect to see as well, we can expect to see some new items that are going to be launched in the next update, and some new weapons. And one of the other things actually they're going to be adding is grappling hooks and other sort of tools that you can use within the game. Now, the grappling hook basically is obviously he just fires a grappling hook from his hand and he can fire up at that corner and it will pull him up to that corner, and that would give you the opportunity to stand in positions where you probably couldn't stand, and maybe on defense, and also to get to places, might be secret places on the map that I know they're going to be developing in more of them, obviously once the grappling hook's introduced. Now, to equip the grappling hook, what they're going to do, it sounds like what they're probably going to do, it hasn't been 100% confirmed yet, they're probably going to add some extra slots in your Warframe's polarity, maybe next to it or something on the lines of that. So expect to see a couple of new slots maybe appearing further down the line. Now, it does sound like they also will be changing the Warframe slots as well to work in a slightly different way. I haven't quite clarified what they're actually going to do yet. Let's just hope that it doesn't mess around with our polarities if you've done that. Obviously, because we've all spent a lot of time, but I'm sure they won't do anything to have a negative effect on what you've achieved. So I think that's probably going to be the biggest change, to be honest with you, more around the card system and things like that. I think they're going to redesign a lot of them as well, so I have to wait and see. I suppose more will be announced actually probably in the next 2 weeks, nearing the time of the launch of the next update. One of the sort of bigger things for Warframes is obviously now it's going out on PS4, which some people might say, you know, slightly annoying, but at the end of the day, you've got to realise that if it does go out on PS4, they're going to make more money. That means there's going to be more updates, and then we will actually get more content, which is good for us. You know, they didn't say this, but I'm sort of expecting maybe a period where we don't get an update for maybe for a month or so on the basis that they're porting over to PS4, and they'll probably have to spend quite a lot of time doing that. But maybe they get another team. We'll have to wait and see, but it's a good thing for the PC community. The other thing as well, it will be cross-platform, so that means that people on the PS4 will be able to play people on the PC, sorry. So, a lot to look forward to. You know, there's a lot happening. They also did have some conversations about things and additions they might add in the dojo room. One of the things that was actually mentioned, which looks like it's possibly going to happen, is a clan mission center where it's a room you can build and then you can go in there daily and collect sort of maybe between 2 and 5 maybe missions per day and go and do it as a clan team. Now these obviously would only be done if you have a dojo. So that's something we can build, something I can factor in, so I'll leave a space for that maybe further on down the line. So one of the biggest sort of clans so far is actually in Japan. So we will probably never come across people from Japan because obviously our settings are based on ping, and I think I've set to 300, and obviously Japan's going to be a lot higher than that for me and probably most of us out there. Now, so a bit of an interesting fact here. I think there was a note made the other day. One of the clans got to wave 100 of a defend, which is pretty bloody serious. I can't imagine what that would have been like, the wave 100. But so there's a lot happening, as I say. I mean, you know, that's sort of just that's the sort of the main bits that I picked up on, really. The key factors that I felt that were worth mentioning. You know, the rest of it was sort of general conversation. I mean, in most of the live streams as well, what they do. Just pick something to. I might do. Actually, that was worth a bit of cash. So, like I said, I mean, today's just more of a, you know, just a general run over of sort of what's been happening and what's going to be happening in the next few weeks. But I look forward. I want to build a biolab as well. We're doing a defend as well. Let's go and stand up here with this guy. Take him out. So I'm looking forward to it. As I say, I'm looking forward to building some of the new weapons. I know which biorooms I want to build out of the 3. One of them, I mean, I'm going to base it on other reviews that I've seen on the weapons that you can actually build. There's no point building one of the biolabs if the weapons are crap. But one of them's got about 5 or 6 weapons you can build, and the other 2 have got about 3. So I'm probably going to go for the one where you can build more weapons. so we get value for money. Now, how the weapons actually work, once you build the biolab, you still got to research the physical weapons before you can actually build them. And it looks like the majority of the weapons are based on cash. I think one of the weapons is just over 1 million, which is not going to be a problem because I have 1 million anyway, so we can build that weapon. And with the community there, because there's quite a few of us, if we all donate 10, 20,000, it ain't going to take long, guys, so I don't think that's a major issue. So, lot to look forward to. I'm really looking forward to cracking on with them biolabs anyway. So, a bit of general gameplay today. I'm just quite chilled out at the moment. I'm not stressing. What I've done over the last, over the sort of week or so, I've actually polarised my Death Cube again. I've done him too many slots now, if anything. I had to repolarise a polarised slot because I swapped it out for multi-shot, basically. I had, what did I have in there? I had armor piercing, so I got rid of armor piercing and I put in multi-shot. And to be honest, I haven't seen a massive amount of difference. Let's help him out. I haven't seen a massive amount of difference. I did another Death Cube test actually, and I got to wave 10 basically. This is pretty easy because this is all balanced on how many players there is. So there's only a few of us, so it's going to be easy. Again, on the other side, has he got the case yet?
Location reached. Draw me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Heavy infestation ahead. Get ready.
Do you know what? He's doing the same. Infestation, you better being off the floor. Now, I'm actually, my overall rank in game is 7. And what I have noticed is, don't have to worry about the ones behind us. Oh, a couple more people join now, so it's going to get a little bit harder. We're going to get the full waves now. Now, like I said, I mean, I've been working on my Death Cube. I want to max him out. I've nearly maxed out all the cards. I'm getting there slowly but surely. But the damage card, I'm 2 notches away from the top. I've been doing quite a bit. The argument is why don't you? You just got to focus on one at a time. I mean, maybe I should do the gun, but to be honest, the gun's powerful enough as it is. It's got 90% on the damage. Do I really need to focus on it anymore? Probably not. I mean, I'm one-shotting most enemies anyway, so it's only the big ones that I have to do a few shots. So, like I said, I mean, I'm going for the Death Cube because I just want to tick things off. The Death Cube comes with you on every Warframe, so if they bring a new Warframe out, right, you know, the Death Cube's going to really help me gain that experience in the, you know, in their first rounds. 1, he's going to heal me, and 2, his gun's very good. Now, you don't get the kills counted. The Death Cube, when he kills something, it doesn't count in your kill count. If that makes sense. But like I said, you can see here that he's well capable of killing most things. The big ones, obviously, he's going to not a problem. In fact, I could probably just stand here actually. It does get like that, but the thing is, you want to be using your gun. There's not really much for me to do in the game at the moment until they bring some more frames out. Because I've got most of the Warframes now, most of the weapons, so my main aim for me now is just focusing on the cards. And if you're doing the same that I'm doing, you're going to know that that's probably one of the hardest things to do. Just to max out them cards, get them all as high as I possibly can. Particularly, also, I want to work on the shields, and I mean, my shields are pretty good. I mean, they're up for 1,000, but I want to get them higher than that. I think it goes up to about 12 to 1,300 based on what frame you put it on. But on this, on Vault, I should better get it up to a reasonably high level. There's any cores down there. See, that's actually the more important thing for me now when I play around, is actually finding the cores than it is actually getting the experience. And the only reason what I need to do, I need them to release new weapons. Because if they don't release, there's a call there. If they don't release new weapons, then it makes it very difficult for me to increase my overall in-game rank, because you don't gain half as much experience when you've polarized the weapon, basically. Mark it for the chaps. So I don't know. Some calls here. Cores are more important for me than cards at the moment. I can stack the cards, but you just don't get as much for the cards unless it's the like-for-like card. A couple of people also, I'll tell you, the videos are sort of planned to do in this near future. Just, what are you doing that button in here? No problem. There we go. Now, someone's asked me, a couple of people have asked me to do a beginner's guide. I mean, I have done a sort of basic introduction, but I think what I'll do is, before I do the beginner's guide, there's no point doing it yet, guys, because I think I need to wait until the next update, because if they do change the card system, I might be doing a I might be doing a beginner's guide on something that no longer exists, if you know what I'm saying. So I think it might be a good idea to sort of hold out. I'll take a nice spot over here. Let's pop it in. Now, you should probably notice my death cube will probably clear up here. Just take the big guys out, I think. Because obviously he's going to struggle with them. Keep an eye on the core, and I'll use my electricity move if need be. There's another one there. He's dead. I'll move over here now because I can see another tough guy there. Run up. The other videos I plan to do, I'm going to do a video on Warframe soon as well. I haven't done a video on Frost as yet, so that's to come. Loic, I'm going to do a video on him. To be honest with you, there's absolutely loads of videos that I want to do. It's just that, you know, my channel's based on variety, and what I don't want to do, getting a bit low there, I don't want to sort of just put loads and loads of Warframe videos out. So what I'm trying to do is just trying to have a little bit of a balance. On that core now. If it starts dropping again, I'm going to pull out electricity move, I think. All the lights have gone out now, so they might be a bit annoyed, but either that or lose the round. Do another one now, I think. Fast runners. Let's take out these tough guys, because they're the ones that are probably going to struggle with. Looks like they're doing alright. There's some big guy there, look. Now, someone has asked, actually, what is that green wave they do? That's a healing wave. They're healers, so when you cast that wave, it would heal enemies. That's basically what happens, and it heals itself. It's not really by a massive amount, to be honest. Nothing that's really going to make a massive difference. Now, what I should do, I mean, in these sort of rounds, I could actually equip and put my 135 damage card on my actual prime, but let's do a quick clear out, I think, because they're stacking up a little bit. I've actually started doing quite a lot of these infected runs as well. I found that the drop rate is actually a little bit better on these, actually. Not on these ones, but you want to go and do something like OI on Jupiter. You know, you'll be looking about... Well, my best I've done is about 34 cards in one round. You're averaging maybe between 15 to 27 cores per round. I say cores, you know, cores and cards are combinations to a fair amount. Do one more. Get this guy. Right, that'll do. Just hit the floor and start picking things up. Oh, nice. Mod 5, that's a good one. Oh, he's done it. I saw some over here as well, so I'm going to take a quick... what's that there? Oh. Make sure we have a good check around the place. Don't want to be missing anything. Probably going to miss something because I'm chatting away. There's another one there I must have missed. Got 6,000 of them cards. And then we're heading out. Hate that, or sometimes when they stand there because you don't know if they're dead or not. Might have to try them out at some point as well. I've got them, but not actually using them that much at the moment. I'm going to go for the big guy. Let's just see if I can clear out a few first, because I can hear him down the bottom as well. And focus on the big guy. Plenty of lights here as well, so that's going to do me a favour. We continue on. And the more lights there is with Vault, the better, because that's how you get that aftermath, that sort of electricity shot. And one of the other little tips for you, the best place for Vault when you're playing something like Jupiter is actually down the far end where they all come out by the doors. And the reason is because when you do your shock move, there's a lot of lights that come out of that tunnel where they all come out of. If you do the electricity move out in the open, although you get the initial shock, you don't get the aftermath damage. And it's really, really good against, you know, some of the tougher enemies.
No one standing.
Oh. This guy going the right way, is he? You know where he's going? Just following him. Down. Could have just dropped down. I don't know why he's taking the steps, but I'm following him as well. Oh, do you know what? This is why I don't like these defends. You're better off doing something like Jupiter, because you waste this time, guys, running around like a bloody headless chicken trying to find a way out every time. Get away from me a little bit, eh? My power charges up quite quickly, actually. Glad I went up there. Are we at the end now? Thank God for that. Yeah, I mean, some of these sort of... This is like obviously like Kappa, but it's like... with these ones, you've got to run to the defend. If you're just doing defend for cores and stuff like that, you're better off doing something like Jupiter, because you start at the defend, so it makes things a lot easier for you. What's this guy doing over there? He coming over today, is he? Here he is. So, quick round. Plus side, I mean, this was the alert. I mean, the downside with doing the defend, you're looking at about 2,500 to 4,500 per round based on your level. if you go and do some of the defense 30s to 40s, you do tend to get a better drop rate on things like the extermination 3s and stuff like that. So that's the advantage. But and on something like Jupiter, you're not going to get anything past a 2, no doubt. Anyway, quick run through really. 15 core, missed one there, which is a little bit disappointing, but never mind. Come in late in the round there. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this was more about today, you know, like I said, just giving you a bit of an update on the clan sort of stuff and what's going to happen in Warframes, and just a bit of gameplay whacked on the end there as well. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.